So let's start, what are we going to do? Number 6 through 10 of your favorites.
All right, starting with number 10, a movie that came out last spring from our other great Montreal director, Jean-Marc Vallée. That movie is Demolition, an amazing film with Jake Gyllenhaal as this guy struggling with his grief but crackling with charisma. Amazing film. Now, let's move on to number 9, and Deadpool. Yes, it is the golden age for geeks. We've never had more superheroes covered in spandex, but someone needed to give them a swift kick in the butt, and the merc with the mouth, as played by, of course, Ryan Reynolds, was just the man to do it. Kind of sad that his best performance in a decade was covered in a mask, but it did make for a fine film. Number 8, Midnight Special. This is a movie about fast cars, cults, and a boy with glowing eyes from director Jeff Nichols, who made this and Loving, 2 movies in 1 year. This is a movie about alternate realities, but really about a father learning to let go. Number 7, you've heard me say a lot about this amazing film, Manchester by the Sea. A movie really at its heart about this person carrying this unbearable burden and what that does to one man's life, played by Casey Affleck in the performance of his career. This is the role he's been working up to his entire life. And then number 6, little film you may not have heard of, an amazing documentary called Cameraperson. This is the life of cinematography documentarian Christian Johnson, and she's taken 25 years from being behind that camera, capturing everything, and taking it down to basically her life story told in splices. The artful juxtaposition, the way she goes from one moment to the next, it is transcendental. That is Cameraperson, yes.
Nice, all right. Okay, so which ones are in your top 5?
Top 5, we're going to begin with one of a couple movies that became kind of on permanent rotation in the Glasner household because of the music. This is a movie about love and pop songs in Dublin. Take a look.
How come you're not in school?
I'm a model.
Cool. Do you want to be in a video for my band? We need to form a band. Connor's putting a band together.
Oh, good Jesus.
And that is Sing Street. I saw this twice, maybe 3 times. It's hard to tell after just kind of kept listening to the music again and again. Like the mini top pops versus meets the Commitments. This uses 80s pop as a lifesaver for Cosmo, this kid who's struggling in high school, but he finds his identity and that great new wave hairstyle. Great film. Let's move on to number 4. Very different kind of film called Anatomy of Violence. This is a stunning documentary from Canadian director Deepa Mehta. What this does is using workshop performances, these actors recreate the moments and the life leading up to the gang rape of a young woman on a bus in New Delhi in 2012. It sounds shocking and explicit, but really what she is doing is pointing a finger at the layers of neglect and the class system in India. Amazing, brave, and bold work on both sides of the camera. Moving on to number 3, the alien adventure that pulsed with humanity, and that is Arrival, the double threat of Denis Villeneuve and Amy Adams. This year's enigmatic alien encounter, more Memento than E.T. This is a film to savor, to puzzle over, and trust me, it gets better the second time. Number 2 of my top films of the year, and that would be Moonlight. Moonlight is a movie that begins with a question. Who is Yushairone? And that really is the question. This is a movie about identity and about this young black boy who's growing up in a poor part of Florida, and you see right from the beginning, this little kid, somehow the other kids realize there's something different about him, and he is this young black boy growing up gay and really struggling with his identity, trying to fit in a place where any sign of sensitivity, any sign of vulnerability is preyed upon as a weakness. But the amazing thing about this is how they tell this life story in 3 parts, 3 different actors, all the same life with such poetry and just visual expression. The ending of the year, Moonlight. And my number 1 movie of the year, maybe not a surprise if you've been watching me on News Network, but I'm still humming a happy tune because of this. Here's a taste of this artistic explosion known as La La Land.
Maybe I'm not good enough.
Yes, you are.
Maybe I'm not. It's like a pipe dream.
This is the dream. It's conflict, and it's compromise, and it's very, very exciting.
Couldn't say it any better. Thank you, Ryan Gosling. This is a love story about being true to yourself in a town built on fantasy. It flirts with nostalgia but never fully succumbs. Gosling and Emma Stone. Gosling learned to play piano for this. They learned dancing for this. They make it all look so effortlessly. They sweep you away, and yet it's also so honest and authentic. It's all I want in a movie and more. That is La La Land.
And you gave it 6 stars out of 5.
Come back on Friday. I will give you my full review, and we'll somehow find a way to make the math work.